I started researching today about things we've done in the past for October. And I said, okay, this would be a cool meeting. I'm going to have a schedule. I'm going to put down what we're going to do every single week. There's so much that happens October. We've got to do more than one thing a week. In fact, some of the things we have to start at the end of September and carry into November. There's so many opportunities to build our lighthouse, to help students, community events, bring people to our program, help people with bully proof, the awareness for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I mean, it's just incredible. So I started to put some things together, and I had decided that this meeting was actually going to have to be a two-part meeting. Today, I was hoping to go over all our opportunities for the month and just a rough schedule. And then tomorrow, start detailing. In fact, I was talking to Jason from Hyper, Jason Morgan from Hyper, see if I can get him on tomorrow for a little while, just so he can share the Hyper plan in case you don't have a solid plan for your workshop for bullying. They have a great program. It's just you don't have to belong to Hyper to get this. You can just join for this one program. So hopefully I get him on board tomorrow and he can fully explain that. But there's certain months of the year that I get really excited because I have a chance to see my clients not just take a jump, but take a huge step towards their new success. October, November being months for great enrollments, and then February, March, April, and May, and those are just phenomenal things for marketing. So think about that for October. October, we should well exceed our average monthly enrollments. So if you signed up 10 people per month throughout the year of 2018, okay, now I'm looking forward to, I'm going to set the goal really high. I'm going to say I'm going to double that in October. So October, I'm going to get 20 new people because I've been averaging 10. And there's a really, really good possibility for doing that. And again, these are marketing plans that are going to get us students right away. There are also marketing plans that are going to have seeds where we can harvest in November, some months to come. So it's just a great month. So I start focusing on this and say, well, if we're going to start thinking about October, I want prospects in October. So the first thing I really want to start marketing is graduation. And graduation is, of course, in September. So what I like to do right now is reach out to all my ex-students and make sure they're invited to graduation. I may even want to, depending on how many I have, I may want to pick up the phone and start calling them and say, we really miss you in school. And they go, yeah, I miss you too. It's been a while. Yeah. Hey, a lot of the people that you train with are coming up for graduation on the end of September. It would be really awesome if you can just show up and just show that support. I mean, we have such a strong community in the school. So the first thing is if I can get ex-students back in September to watch graduation, I don't really have to sell them because the excitement of the event, watching their friends get promoted, is going to be enough to get them to say, hey, I got to get back here. I got to start doing this. So that'd be like your first step. Next thing we want to make sure our prospects, our tags, everything that we need in Rainmaker is set up. So when I start doing my events in October, I'm making sure that I'm promoting to all the possible people I can. Because we're going to do prospecting events. We're going to invite them to community workshops on women's self-defense for part of breast cancer awareness. We're going to invite prospects to our Stand Up Against Bullying workshop. We're going to invite prospects to come to our Halloween party. We're going to invite prospects to come to our trunk or treat. So that's at least 4 things that we want to make sure that we're constantly getting to our prospects. And I really like these because these aren't sales things. These are community events, fun kids events, chance for kids to wear their costume another time before Halloween. So we're really going to get a lot of people through the door. Since some of these things like breast cancer awareness and maybe us doing a self-defense class for women, for standing up against bullying, this isn't just martial arts want to do that type of marketing. All the businesses you're involved with want to be part of that. So if you're doing something in your community to have kids safe, everyone that does your rack cards, everyone you do business, they should be handing out flyers to the community. They want to be co-sponsors for this event because now this ties in, it helps them build their lighthouse through you really stepping up and building your lighthouse. So we start thinking of these marketing things. What can I do to get my community involved? If I'm going to do something around Halloween and I know that all these pop-up Halloween stores are coming all over, I'm going to use them for marketing. If I know I'm in a town and there's a lot of pumpkin patches and things like that, and I know kids and parents go shopping there and they're doing things, if I'm going to promote my bully-proof event, if I'm promoting just safety through Halloween safety, there's a lot of things to get the community involved in. If someone's going to a pizza shop and there's a tag on their pizza, a card on their pizza saying that, we're supporting East West Karate and their endeavor to keep kids safe in our community with bully-proof prevention, they'll put that on their pizzas. So there's ways for you to get out in the community. When you're talking to the business owners, kind of explain your philosophy of the Lighthouse. How one of the things you're doing in your area is you want to become the experts in self-defense. You're the experts in child safety. You're the experts in personal development for kids. And we really want to spread the word out. We'd really love to have you tag team with this. You have a lot of customers come in. If you can promote this through your customers, we'd love to have you as a co-sponsor to the event. So again, they're building their lighthouse by helping you build your lighthouse. So I'm a picture guy, so I started thinking of the things we can do. Bully prevention is huge. Challenges in the past is we've tried to do things, and this I'm going to talk about today, just about scheduling this. We do it on a Saturday. We do it on a Friday night because it's convenient for us. We think we don't have to cancel any classes. So I'm got 3 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon. I don't have any classes. That's a perfect time for bully prevention. Well, it may not be a perfect time. Kids don't have to be in your school. Dads want to say, hey, this is my weekend. Moms want to do their shopping. So if we're going to get bully prevention, we really got to be smart on when we schedule it. We really also have to be smart on how we word it. We don't want to end up people thinking that, hey, I'm being bullied. I'm one of the weak kids. I'm one of the kids that get picked on all the time. I'm going to go to this event and be around all those type of people. No, we want to get all the community involved. See, bully prevention is kids being able to stand up and support other kids, kids having the courage to talk to a teacher, to talk to an adult. It's parents making sure that while they're picking their kids up to school, they're aware of the surroundings. Maybe they don't even think that their child's a bully, and they come to a bully prevention class and they go, they're talking about my kid. So it's for everyone. It's not just for the kids being bullied. The reason I put these pumpkins there is I'm going to claim credit for inventing the pumpkin tournament, because we did it up in Connecticut, and I was right by a farm, and I said, okay, let's do something fun for the kids. I'm not going to charge it. I'm going to do an inter-school tournament. I want to introduce the kids to some type of competition. It doesn't have to be fighting. It could be fighting. It could be jump kick competition. It could be self-defense competition. It could be a fitness competition. But let's have all the kids get here doing an event like this, something that the parents didn't come in, something that they can invite their friends to. I don't want it to cost me a lot of money, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get something like a pumpkin patch involved, and they're going to donate some pumpkins for me, and I'm going to give them away as prizes. And we always did a big pumpkin for first place, a middle one for second place, third place. We'd actually put the number of the place, make the pumpkin look like a trophy. I was talking to someone last week, and they go, hey, we're going to do this. I think it was Charles Jernigan. But we're also going to a tournament that weekend. I just happened to think back when I was in Connecticut. We had a bus full of kids going to a tournament, and we had just had our pumpkin tournament. And we stopped, we went in front of a farm, and some kid yells out, hey, look at all the trophies in that yard. And it was just really funny. So, again, this is just a fun event. This isn't you charging for this. I like to do this as a freebie. It's building retention. It's also giving friends a reason to come to your martial arts school. And then the Halloween party. Try not to think of the Halloween party as something that has to be done on Halloween. My grandkids, when I was talking to them last weekend, I go, what's the favorite holiday throughout the year? Christmas won out, but Halloween was a real close second. And they like Halloween because it's more than just one day. I go, well, it is just one day. They go, no, there's so many parties and so many things to do. We get the chance to wear our Halloween costume all month long. So let Halloween be Halloween. You can do the Halloween party on a different day. Other things we have to come up with is just your Halloween Buddy Bash, or the Halloween party. One of the things we want to make this is a community event. Just like when we did the Back to School Buddy Bash, we're going to give tools for the students to make sure this is successful. So these were done by my son last year for Get Students. They're just real small ads for your party. Again, kids can invite other kids to a party, but it works much, much better if they have an invitation. They'll hand out 30 invitations to class before they invite 2 kids verbally. Next thing we have is Kick or Treat. Kick or Treat's kind of a no-brainer. We're supplying Kick or Treat cards where parents can hand out in addition to the candy to trick-or-treaters. Kick or Treat cards are used when people go to Pumpkin Patch and buy pumpkins. People are handing them out. You're using them in any place where you may have rack cards. You're putting a supplemental pack of Kick or Treat cards. It's a Halloween card. It says, this year, 8 out of 10 dentists recommend martial arts over candy. It builds confidence, self-esteem, and it doesn't rot your teeth. So it's just kind of a funny way to do a card. We've been doing this for years. Some schools, I think Doug Bertrand already ordered 20,000 Halloween cards. He gives them to all the families in the area. Again, it's one of those things where like every one of your students is going to take 30 to 50 cards. In Arizona, because we had so many people in our neighborhood, we used to get 100 to 300 kids trick-or-treating. Everyone got a Kick or Treat card. Now, since we have kids coming in for the pumpkin tournament, we have kids coming in for the Halloween party. We're going to do a Kick or Treat. We want to tie this into a referral plan because we're asking kids to bring friends to the school. Hey, if 2 of your friends sign up, you're going to get this type of prize. So if they know they're going to get a good prize, I forget who did this one. It might have been Derek Frater when we had the school in Mesa, Arizona. We actually dropped people's tuition by $50 a month if they brought us in 2 students that signed up on regular programs. I think that's a lot. If you want to do a $100 gift card, if 2 of your people that you bring in sign up for classes, you're going to get a $100 gift card. But again, put something in it for them. I know there's something in it for them to come to the parties, to come to the Halloween event, to do the pumpkin thing, to bring kids to the bully proof. I mean, there's so many ways that people can bring in friends. This should be easy for kids. They can earn $100 for a gift card or whatever you want, some type of prize. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Anyone who follows any type of sports team, like football, you always see the football players wear something pink for awareness for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. In the past, I suggested that maybe you do pink belts. So kids could buy a pink belt, and if it costs you $4.95, then you can sell it for $20. Use the $15 profit you made on the belt to give to a cancer program, an anti-cancer program. I saw these on Amazon today. These are just pink wristbands. They're very inexpensive. I think they're about $1.50, $2 a piece. They all say different types of things. I think you could do these just as well in your school. Again, it's being awareness. I was just kind of thinking if I sold these for $5, I probably could sell quite a few of them. And then with the $5 should come to a pass for a women's self-defense clinic that I probably want to hold in November. I started looking at my calendar. Again, the calendar starts filling up really, really strong with events in October. But if you did these, you sold these, the whole idea was your school wanted to raise $200 for breast cancer awareness, and you sell these wristbands. Kids can wear the wristbands, moms can wear the wristbands, whatever, and it's just part of your school. If you want to do the belt's fine. I think it's kind of neat when your instructors have those belts that Century does that are half black and half pink. That's kind of neat because the instructors still have a black belt on, but it's still some type of symbol. Anytime you have some type of symbol, it's a reason to talk about it. Hey kids, you notice I have a pink and black belt? Hey moms, dads, I have a pink and black belt? We're trying to raise $200 for the Susan B. Anthony Fund this month. We're selling wristbands. Wristbands are only $5. And the cool thing is, moms, you get some extra self-protection because we're going to do self-awareness and a women's self-protection class in November. So that seems like a no-brainer. Again, when I started this kind of talk today, I said some of those things are getting students right away. Some is to build a lighthouse. Even if you only got 5 people to come to your women's self-defense program, which I think is highly unlikely, by talking about this and showing that your school is more than just about punching, blocking, kicking, and teaching kids karate, but you're an active ambassador for doing good in your community. It's just building your lighthouse. So spending some money on these and doing that is just great. If you're doing any type of promotional booth, you can have that promotional booth. Again, it's just awareness and building your lighthouse. So again, I'll go over the details on those, but I was kind of thinking of this being my schedule. The last week of September is graduation, so that's when we really want to make sure we invite some ex-students. And again, depending on your ex-students, if you lost 20 people this year, I would call them up. If you have a big school and lost 100 people, well, I'd start with an email and then still try to call as many people as I can. Starting the first week of October, you announce what you're doing with the Susan B. Anthony Fund for cancer awareness. Have the instructors wear the bracelets. Again, this I've already talked about. The donation of $5 includes a certificate for a women's fitness and self-defense workshop. Again, that's all about keeping women healthy. They may not have breast cancer, but everyone fights some type of, I want to lose a little weight, I want to be healthy, so it fits everyone. Inter-school tournament. Since this is just marketing to your present students, we don't need a lot of planning for this. I mean, picking up the pumpkins and just setting up our divisions is pretty quick. I think this should be towards the beginning of the month, the 19th. For the Stand Up Against Bullying, since this is so important for every student to learn, I think this should be mandatory. This isn't just, hey, I'd like to have you come. No, moms and dads, this is a huge problem. And I would have all the statistics for bullying, and I would go over these statistics. Sal's got his thing out already. So it's so important that we're going to do it on a Wednesday during regular classes. And during the regular classes, everyone's got to be here. Wednesday might not be your day, but this month, I really want to be here on the Wednesday, the 24th, because we're going to go up against, talk about this bullying. And parents, I really like to have you here because we need your support in our community. If we're really going to change things that happen in the school system, I need more than just the kids involved. I need the parents involved. At the same time, we have 140 kids in our school. So we're going to have 140 kids, and hopefully we have 200 parents listening to this. The only thing that would have more impact if every student brought 1 or 2 friends. Since you're doing these throughout the class, you know, so I'm going to get 1,000 people this day. I'm doing 6 classes, so I may have 150 people crowded in my school, you know, throughout the day. That's cool. You know, maybe you have 50 students, so I'm going to have 25 or 30 people in my school at all times, and just repeat. Do a good 45-minute class and talk about this. And as much as all the school owners are here are just phenomenal martial artists, you're not going to get a kid to stand up against bullying in 45 minutes. So you're talking about what martial arts can do in the long term. Now, self-confidence, self-esteem, that's really important. Bullying takes a long time. So if you're a friend of a student in this school, then do some type of special offer. We'll get into details for that. I just think it's really important that it's mandatory. So when you're talking for the first 3 weeks on Wednesday, everyone's got to be here. Halloween party. Again, when I start thinking about my grandkids, they think of the Halloween Buddy Bash as an opportunity to wear their costume to something else. So just looking at the calendar, the weekend before Halloween, even the weekend before that, October 19th, that'd be a great time to do your Buddy Bash. Again, when you start putting together your calendar, it's probably going to be at least one thing a week that you're going to be doing. And then on the 31st, I would try to do something for the kids. A lot of parents don't want their kids going house to house for trick-or-treating. So they may start looking for alternatives. They may have a church that does some type of Heroes Night. They may go to the mall, or they can do it at your school, have all the parents involved in this, have them do a trunk or treat. This is where they pull into your parking lot, open up the trunks of the car, they decorate their car, and kids go from car to car trick-or-treating. You can have your own booth up there. This could be open up to the community. It just doesn't have to be your martial arts school. So when you start advertising this, parents if you're concerned about safety of your kids on Halloween, they can come to our area and have a blast. We're going to have this. We're going to give away free cotton candy, whatever you're going to do to make it really special. But it's another reason to get people into the parking lot of your school. So that's what I have for today. And tomorrow, we're going to start detailing this in all these events. It's crazy, all the opportunities. Does anyone have any comments or questions? They've done something in the past that they kind of want to add to?
We did the trunk or treat last year, and it was very successful, and I thought it was the coolest thing we've ever done because we've never done it. But oddly enough, the parents participated. We even had a little bit of contest, but overall it was just so much fun, and I highly recommend it. So it was every year now we're going to do it, and so long as you have a bunch of parking spots, it was a lot of fun, and a lot of parents really participated and went all out for it. Actually, It was cool.
Yeah, and tomorrow we'll talk about how do you harvest names and numbers when you have something like this, where people are just coming all in and going around the cars. So we'll talk about having booths, and we'll talk about having raffles where kids are filling out something to win some type of prize. It could be a birthday party at your school. It could be a family membership. It could be just get a huge, gigantic pumpkin, and they can win that pumpkin. So we get things done, but there's a lot of different ways we can get names and numbers because, again, all these things is the Lighthouse, but at the same time, we want prospects so we can invite these people into our school afterwards. I know Mr. Steelkis is in his car. He's just looking on his iPhone. Hopefully we can get him on tomorrow. He's always done a lot with the pop-up stores. So when you have pop-up stores throughout your town, I know they're already around West Palm Beach where they have these Halloween stores that are just here for a month and a half. So we'll get some ideas. We're working with those companies also.
So I got three things. One is actually something I'll volunteer to share is I have a really good bulletproof program, acronym AVOID. If you want me to share it, I will share it. Second is an idea but I'd be giving some work to somebody else, so I don't know if it's it's a great idea or not, but I'll throw it out here since we have the new BBE representative and everything here. I started thinking about how amazing if that organization with their artistic abilities and everything had where when we come with some of these great ideas, somebody actually was producing a profit generator such that we could all, those of us that buy in 100% could actually use it, right? We could, and it could be around both the Black Belt excellences, like friendship this month or whatever, but also around we're all going to do this one of these events or two of these events, and there could actually be profit generators that we're sending out. So that was just another one. Third one was another idea that we're just going to do. This came out of my staff meeting this week. We're doing it this weekend. I think it's going to, I don't know if everybody else knows that Fortnite is the biggest video game in the world right now and that all your kids play it. When it really, really dawned on me that was true was I was teaching those school talks week before last, and this kid that's assisting me, you know how we always have to do jumping jacks or something while they're waiting for their turn? This kid that's assisting me named Kaiden goes, and while you're waiting for your turn, do your favorite Fortnite dance. And all these kids had their own dance. And so it got me thinking further because I was like, tonight I'm going to do the intensity challenge with the kids and invite them all back to a Friday night pizza party. And when I was talking with Robert about what can we do that'll really excite these kids, one of the things we're going to do is tell them that we're going to do Fortnite. And we're going to actually have like a Nerf gun wars where we put up things. There's going to be a Fortnite battle and all this stuff. Anyways, just another idea I wanted to share because I think that's going to be a big idea.
I'm going to have to Google that.
And this was the last piece. If they bring a friend, because I asked him, I said, well, how? So it only does this a little bit good if they don't bring friends. How do we encourage them to bring friends? So he said there's something called, what are they called? V-Bucks on the games. And he said, so we're going to do where they get $5 worth of V-Bucks for every friend that they bring. So which is, I guess, a couple $100 worth of V-Bucks that they can spend in the actual Fortnite game.
Oh. Very cool. Thanks for that information. I'm gonna definitely Google that. Since I don't have any kids, no one's playing any video games in my house. So excellent. Thank you. Okay, everyone, have a great day. Sal's out there walking, gets his exercise doing these. And I will talk to you hopefully tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.